Hey everyone, today I wanted to talk about how actually we started making more money when we changed the way that we pay our physicians and doctors, and it totally blew our mind. We never would have guessed that this would have actually increased our profits. So here we go. Let's talk about what exactly changed and how we're making more money off of it. All right, first off, I think at a high level, people love consistency. They want to know how much money they're making, and they don't like the wishy-washiness of commission or sales-based. I always thought that if we pay a competitive salary plus a very generous bonus, that would incentivize people to work really, really hard to make as much money as possible. That was my theory, and that's how we paid everyone until our most recent contracts about a year ago. All right, so what am I talking about? Well, let's say in our area, an average APP, an NP or PA, let's say they make $120,000 a year on average for outpatient primary care. All right, well, what we used to do is we used to say, okay, we'll pay you that $120,000 a year, but we're gonna have an exponential bonus tier. That bonus tier, let's say, starts at around 16 patients a day. So if you see 16 patients a day or less, you don't hit any bonuses, you just get paid your $120,000 a year and you move on. Everything is broken up quarterly, first quarter, second, third, and fourth. You get the idea. We pay out our bonuses 6 weeks after the quarter closes. That way we can make sure that all bills are submitted, all the RVUs are calculated, and it gives us a little bit of time to actually make that money from the lag from submitting a bill to actually getting paid from the insurance companies. In my mind, I thought that if I make the bonuses exponential, that would take their salary to like maybe 150, 160 a year if they're seeing 20 patients a day. I thought that'd give them motivation to be like, hell yeah, throw on an extra 4 patients on my schedule every single day, let's load this up, and I wanna work really, really hard. Yeah, turns out that was totally wrong. It may be the people that we hired in the past, but no one wanted to see more than the absolute bare minimum. We literally had a PA complain to us that they wanted to be out the door by 4 o'clock because they wanted to spend more time with their dog in the afternoon and go for walks and hang out with their dog. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. You want to spend time with your family, dogs, like whatever. Keep in mind that their contract is 8 to 5 that they signed, and they wanted to leave an hour early. That's one problem. The second problem is this person would always complain to us about how, oh, you guys said there'd be bonuses. I'm not hitting any bonuses. I don't think I'm ever going to get paid on these bonuses. And the one bonus they did get, because let's say they averaged 17 patients a day, was maybe just like $1,000 or something. It was very nominal. And of course, that did nothing but piss them off. The reason why I did it this way is, look, if you're gonna take risk off my plate, like instead of guaranteeing $150,000 a year to see 19 patients a day, if you're gonna take some of that risk off my plate where you can still make that $150,000 a year, I'm gonna pay you more if you could make 160 a year or whatever, seeing 19 or 20 patients a day, because I don't have to guarantee that salary. And if by chance you don't work very hard, then I'm still stuck with just paying you 120. If you have a slow quarter or for some reason you're out a lot and you didn't hit your bonus metrics, I'm only out that 120. So what we did is we switched to flat salary because everyone so far that we have employed, they don't want to work extra. And again, maybe it's been our luck in who we've hired, but they just want to show up, see patients, collect a paycheck, and go home. That's our experience so far. No one wants to be like, yeah, throw an extra 5 patients on my schedule or even 3 patients on my schedule so that I can hit that bonus. Think about it, 3 months, 4 months from now that I can actually get paid for that extra work that I'm doing, kind of reasonable. They don't want to do it, when you think about it that way. So what we switched to is now just a flat salary. Let's say in the previous example it was $120,000. Let's say now we're paying $130,000 a year. We're paying $10,000 over the market rate. And everybody loves it. Everyone is like, wow, how can you pay this high? Now with that, we don't give them any options anymore. You're seeing X amount of patients per day. And to be frank, they would have, with the bonus structure, they would have been making like $150,000, $160,000 a year with the bonus structure. And I thought they'd be pissed off knowing this. Because I kind of pitched it to all of them at the very beginning, like, hey, this is what you could make if you see these number of patients per day. They don't care. They are happy that they're getting paid more than the average for the area. And they just see whatever's on their schedule and they move on. I get no complaints from the PAs anymore. I'm actually making more money this way because, like I said, I'm taking on more risk, and because I'm taking on more risk of that, if they don't hit these bonus metrics, I still have to pay them that higher salary. I'm making more of a profit off it. There's some people that do really well with sales and really thrive on that environment. But it turns out, I think that number is a lot smaller than I was anticipating, because so far, none of the, like, let's say 10 people that we've had that work for us, none of them cared about actually putting in the work to hit the bonuses. And meanwhile, I got complained about the entire time that we're not hitting the bonus metrics. And it makes a lot of sense. I'm not saying or insinuating that these employees are lazy by any means. Hell, I'm doing the same thing. There's a company that we contracted as a Medicare Advantage plan, and they keep throwing out all this ridiculous stuff. If you hit all these metrics, you're gonna make $100,000 in bonuses per year. Yeah, and then when it comes time, it's like, oh, that $100,000 in bonus turned into like $5,000 in bonuses. So why would I even try when I'm not getting paid that $100,000 bonus that you promised in the past? And this is where it comes into expectations. I think if you set expectations at a certain level, if you can exceed those expectations, people will love you and be happy with where you work. But let's say you say, oh, with bonuses, you can make $150,000 a year. And if they never come close to that $150,000 a year, if they're making $140,000 a year, they're gonna be let down mentally about that. You have to always exceed expectations. And the fact that we're exceeding their expectations by paying over the going rate in our area, wow, they couldn't be happier. And they're not complaining at all. They could have made more money with the old system, legit. They could each be making $20,000 to $30,000 more a year with our old system, but they're not. And they're not complaining. And they're happier with this higher flat salary. It's amazing. My theory was completely incorrect. And I think with business, you always have to say, just because I would want my contract, or I think I would want my contract this way, do they really? Maybe we should explore other options. And with us paying over the market rate, a flat salary, it's actually worked out amazing for us so far. Some food for thought for you guys. And I think that has contributed to a big reason why I'm unhappy with our Medicare Advantage plans, because they're promising, or they're acting like they're gonna promise $100,000 a year, but then the check that comes through is like $5,000, $10,000 a year. It's crap. I don't care. I'm not gonna work for it. And I get where these PAs are coming from, or physicians that we hire. They're not seeing the promised bonuses. Why would I wanna put in extra effort? Unfortunately, even though I've tried to tell them you're not seeing the bonuses because you're not staying late, you're refusing to add on the extra visits to get to those bonus metrics, it doesn't seem to sink in. I just kept hearing complaints about how they're not hitting the bonus metrics, and then I'd have to show them, look, you average 16 patients a day, bonuses start beyond 16 patients a day, and here's all the chats from the nurses of you declining to add on all these extra patients to hit your bonus metrics every single day. How the hell can you be surprised you didn't hit the bonus metrics? I love our employees. I love that they're actually happier with flat salary. This is incredible. And I like that I'm making more money. That's also cool. Maybe we just haven't found the right employee yet. We're still tweaking that to figure out our best hiring capabilities and how the best talent we can recruit if they are a good personality match maybe for us. But anyway, you always got to try to innovate in your practice. I never would have dreamed that what we did would lead to both happy employees or happier employees and me making more money. But here we are. All right, you guys. Till next time. See ya.